clean the lens right there. Now it looks a little bit better. What I always have to say to all my friends is, don't worry, guys. I know I have a lot of actor friends. I've got a lot of company, you know, company of actors. We're going to be reviewing tonight a great movie I want you all to watch, The Dresser. It's Albert Finney, Tom Courtenay, and we're going to be watching that, picking it apart. I don't even know. I'm real excited. I'm real excited. I love this movie. I see certain movies, like, for example, like Pickpocket. I love that movie. Taxi Driver. I love that movie. Godard has great movies. Truffaut. This guy is Peter Yates. For some reason, that director name is hard for me to remember, but his name is Peter Yates. He did Krull. Remember Krull? K-R-U-L-L. That little thing that had come back. Remember Krull? They got the guy with the one little eye right there, Cyclops guy. Anyway, he directed that too, but that's just something I want to say. But he also directed the Dresser. Check it out. His name's Peter Yates. He directed Tom Courtenay and Albert Finney in The Dresser. You got to see it. It's a brilliant, brilliant movie. I'm so excited. When I see a really good movie, I get excited. I mean, maybe that's why I'm a filmmaker. My life changes. You know, I no longer have to worry about all this, you know, blah, 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 and I can focus on true art. Tom Courtenay's brilliant. It's a brilliant performance. Albert Finney is genius. Why people don't talk about this movie more, I don't understand. I love every frame of it. The art is high art, very detailed to art. The scene direction is brilliant. The way the screenplay, the way the screenplay moves, the way the acting moves, the way the setting is, the way the design is, the costumes, the way Albert Finney speaks in it is brilliant. He almost talks like an opera singer, like this child, this lost, drunk, mad child. And then Tom Courtenay being very nervous and trying to get in the show going on and trying to get Albert Finney's character back into reality so that he can do King Lear. And he's going out in public and acting, you know, getting himself, you know, put into a stabilization ward and, you know, and during time of World War II. And he's messed up on all, I guess, alcohol or something, I don't know, but he's just, it's amazing. It's amazing performance, amazing idea. The writer on the guy's going like 120. They should go arrest that guy right over there. He just flew by here. I'm going 60. Look how fast I'm going. That guy was going like 120. They should arrest him. Anyway, don't worry, whatever. I know the cops are corrupt. It doesn't matter. But what I'm going to say is this right here. I'm going to say this. See this performance, The Dresser. See it. It's amazing. It's about a company of actors that are traveling during World War II in the UK. Okay, and they travel from theater to theater, and these places are getting bombed out, and these houses are on fire, and it's during wartime, and they're trying to hold a play together like King Lear, like this Shakespearean company. Albert Finney is remarkable, absolutely remarkable performance. Now, rest in peace, rest in peace, Albert Finney. You know, but Tom Courtenay's still around. And I mean, Tom Courtenay is one of our finest actors, right there with Laurence Olivier, man. I mean, he's brilliant. The whole thing is brilliant. You got to see it tonight. They're showing it free right now for a short segment of time. If you watch it on YouTube, you can see it for free. You got to see it. I'm excited. I always love this film. Another one, Tom Courtenay, that you got to see is called The Last Butterfly. It's another film too. But Peter Yates, great director, great English director. I love these English films. And you know what? I've loved these English films since I was a kid. I'm going to tell you something about these English films. I used to watch them late at night. They would come on like Channel 13 or something. And I saw this one English film. I want to tell it to you. It's freaking remarkably brilliant. About these kids that were throwing like dirt clods at each other and making these castles. And it goes on for a long, long time. I cannot find this movie anywhere. I just remember what happens in it. If anybody knows about this movie, please leave a comment. Okay, it's set near a time in England a long time ago, and they're all these kids, kind of Lord of the Flies, but they're in the UK, and they're in this abandoned, like, big area, like this courtyard in between these other buildings, and they're all throwing like dirt clods at each other, and this one kid gets hurt. It's very like Lord of the Flies kind of, but it's not Lord of the Flies, and it's an auteur piece about the filmmaker's life, you can tell. And it's set during old school England, maybe World War II, maybe even older. You know, it's something that maybe Pink Floyd would have watched or something. It's a brilliant film, and it's all in England. But anyway, let's see The Dresser. Let's focus on The Dresser. I'll find another film. There's some films I've only seen. I don't know the titles, because back then, before I decided to become a filmmaker, I would just watch movies. I wouldn't write them down or find out the director. I just watch these movies. I don't know all the titles to them, but I've seen these movies. And then the kid is playing with his other friends, and they're throwing dirt clods. They're throwing rocks each. A dirt clod is like a rock. throwing rocks at each other. They're playing war. They're actually playing war. And one thing I want to say about that film is that he gets really sick. He gets like a fever. And he's having kind of like these delusions and stuff there in the movie. You got to see it. But anyway, for right now, let's focus on the dresser. It's Peter Yates. The screenwriter is Harwood. Okay? And it's Albert Finney and Tom Courtenay. See it right now. It's brilliant. We're going to look at Six Flags right over here. Superman. Shockwave coming up. Double loop. Giant. Titan. Hurricane Harbor. That used to be called the Dos Duca. Fort Worth, where they keep the good people in and they kick the bad people out. Listen, I know a lot of filmmakers. I know a lot of actors. None of them have made it. Some have come close. Even some of them have done $1 million movies. They get stopped in their tracks. The reason why is because it's about God. It's not about Hollywood. It's about growing up and knowing that everything is unto God, even your filmmaking. God will allow anything to succeed if you honor the Lord Almighty, Jesus Christ. The Lord Almighty is Jesus Christ. That's your identity. If I were to go to Jim Carrey, I say, Jim Carrey, the reason you made it is because of Jesus Christ. he would agree with me. Let's read this. St. Paul, Lutheran. Get up and pray. Luke 22:46. For with Jesus Christ, you cannot and will not ever fail. That's growing up. There he is. Up there high. You want to get all the attention from the TV? Here he is. What you doing up there by the television? Come on. Let's get some cat food. Kitty, kitty. We are going to work on Skinny Pete and Friends, a subway sequence, A train headed to Fulton Stop. For tonight, we're going to have seafood Louis salad. This will be a very important meal. We're also going to add a little bit of tuna fish with it. I'm going to show you the tuna fish. Known as Lemon Dill Creations. Now, this is Starkist, who is a tuna fish Starkist, which is a tuna fish company. But here's the catch. It's actually not tuna fish. It's wild caught salmon. Isn't that something? So this is a salmon creations under Starkist. You'd think it was tuna fish. So we're having salmon, crab, a little bit of egg. Got some of this really nice dressing, which I'll be using all of it. This is a really good meal. Cost me a little over $8. A little bit later, we're going to do some ironing. All right, this is a really good scene in the dresser, 1983 film. Peter York and, I'm sorry, Peter Yates. Peter Yates is actually the director. There's Albert Finney. And there is Tom Courtenay, one of our finest actors. And they're preparing for King Lear here. It's a brilliant movie, brilliant, very environmental almost. They're backstage in front of the mirror, but a lot of scenes are back and forth. And it's like, there's a lull in kind of the plot and action. We focused on this very Samuel Beckett, Waiting for Godot kind of thing. Very, very useful. And for tonight, we're having, turn this on right here. We're having basically salad tuna salad and stuff like that. All right, so what's going on is he's about to go on as King Lear, and the bomb raid sirens have gone off. All right, so we're at about 1 hour and 3 minutes of the movie, The Dresser, which is 1 hour and 58 minutes total. Pretty long movie. In the corner, right over here, right over there, right there is Tom Courtenay. And he's giving an announcement to the audience that there is a bomb raid, meaning that there's bombings that are going on. And whoever wants to stay can stay, or they can go. It's not like they're going to be safe anywhere else anyway. So most of the people stay. Just wanted to make that announcement because it's going to lead to the next scene.
We shall proceed with the performance.
Get a little closer here.
Who wish to live? Will those who wish to leave do so?
Okay, now what's cool about this scene right here, okay, that's going on is you can hear the bombs going off as he gave that. That's what's really cool. All right, and he's about to ask everyone's opinion on how he did for the announcement. I love this moment. I love this moment in the movie. I absolutely love this moment. This moment is so great because he goes around to each actor on the wings and he asks them, how do you think I did? And that's what they do in theater. They do that kind of stuff. he's about to do that. There he comes in with King Lear right there. That's Albert Finney coming in. The drums are playing. They actually had real drums back then. They had real drums playing back then. That's great. Great. I love this part. Tom Courtney's great. Albert Finney's even better. Here he is.
Was I alright?
Was I alright? Was I alright? Was my announcement effective? Was my announcement effective? Am I alright? Did I do alright? It's great. That's what I wanted to show.